I'm Croc 36, and we're trying to get through some significant turns today. And the Japanese have just completed another round of flawless execution. In other words, he attacked my nice 222 line and was able to breach it on 3 different places, and had in the 6 dice, no hits for the Allies. So he has had a spotless turn. And I will tell you that his luck continued as I had to do some attacking with the British, and he made me pay. So here we go. The Americans, with their shipyards, bought 3 cruisers, 1 destroyer, and 2 submarines, still under the restriction of 3, 3, and 3 for placement. And here's what we do. So we are going to move most things down to 54, but we're going to have a destroyer blocker. And then we're going to bring everything up. So if you didn't see that clearly, we have a sizable Navy in the Pacific, in the South Pacific, in the Mid-Pacific, and blockers. And a small Navy of, or it's kind of a resistance Navy, I'll call it. So let's just check it out real quick. So I have a sizable Navy here, and those guys are on the boat still. I have a sizable Navy there, and I have, I don't know, a little Air Force out of Midway. I don't know what they're doing out there. And then I have a destroyer blocker, so your useless super subs can, just about do nothing. And I have a new destroyer blocker to make your super subs useless. So there's 2 cruisers, and over here, yep. So then that's it. The Guam fighter was able to make it to Hawaii. And let's see what the Chinese do. Chinese, what did I do? 5 men. And I basically reestablished the 222, actually. I thought about a couple of different things, but I reestablished the 222 and then did attack Yunnan and get that back. And yeah. And so did not get particularly lucky like he did. Ended up losing 5 versus his 5. So, he can get away with a bunch of units for free, and I have to pay man for man. So there we go. And I established the 222 everywhere I go. So just a little experiment. I don't think it's a costly experiment. If he has what he wants to, he can take out China. I mean, he's got 9, 10, and 5 right in the middle. So I am going to try. I have a purpose behind this, obviously. And we'll see how it goes. Little experiment. I like 2s. So let's go with the British. What are the British going to do? I did earn $14 for the Chinese, which is admirable. And we were given long-range aircraft. So he got super subs as Japanese. Our tech is that the Allies are able to pick a tech. The Axis are able to pick a tech. It can't be the same nation twice in a row. All right. So what are we choosing? We are buying 1 tank, 1 infantry, 1 transport. That's all for South Africa. 1 destroyer for 110, believe it or not, and 1 factory for Egypt. And 3 infantry, 2 mech for India. All right, what are we going to do? We are going to put up some blockers. So we're not going to touch his Navy yet. So blockers, we're going to hold our position, and we're going to activate Brazil. We are going to take back Kenya and get that $6 that's worth, and we're going to bring a fleet into the Med. And we have a mighty Air Force, and we're going to attack and try to raid Iraq. It is going to completely fail. And then we're going to have some transports. They're going to be able to bring a massive units back to Egypt next turn, as well as be able to go to India if I have to. And we're going to do a bombing raid on Germany. Long-range bomber. And we're going to move forward into Burma. Let's see how these battles go. Strat bombing. What happens with strat bombing? He gets a dice roll. So his luck continues. He shoots down my long-range bomber. Yep, that's right. Ha ha ha. And then I attack. I have 6 units. Check this out. He has 3. I get 1 hits. He gets 1. So the raid is going to be, looks like a fail. Because what I'm trying to do is trying to give that to the Russians. And I get a bunch of hits, but he gets 2. So he gets 1 for 1. So again, one more time, every hit that I get off of him, he gets off of me. And finally, I get a little bit of a luck. I get 3 hits. He gets 2. I get 3 more for the finish, but he doesn't get his. So finally, get a battle where I get twice as many hits as he does. So that is the unlucky turn. And I say, you know what? His luck's going to run out. Can you turn that down a bit? And I'm doing Gibraltar, activating Brazil. Gibraltar's got just enough. He'd have to use bombardments, and I have better dice than he does. So 4 units in Gibraltar. London's still stacked up with 28, which is far more than he could bring into London. And I've got transports ready to transport a bunch of units from South Africa, southern part of Africa, to the north. Okay, and I continue on. The destroyer's going to go 1 there. It's a blocking destroyer, but it has a scramble, so it's not going to be an easy kill. He'd have to commit some forces to it, and then I'll give it up, but it's going to keep his forces busy. So that's the point of that. And I get $37. Nice. Place 3 there. That is looking fine with, probably an air base going in next time into Transjordan. I will be able to get all those planes, 1, 2, 3, 4, over to India, or those troops over to India in time for anything, as well as giving now. Look at that. Those, when he goes to war, those are going to go right into Iraq and get the $5 bonus. Then they're going to hop on a transport. That's the part. After that, they'll hop on a transport and grab these 2 for $4 more and $3 more. So pretty exciting. This looks like it's going to work out for me well. And then this is going to just help out a little bit, make him take a little more serious interest in the mid and North China, and not go directly to Burma. All right, that is Crack 36, feeling pretty good about our technology and our positioning. Our dice suck, and if it were he should have just a few less. Should have 2 less on the continent. But yeah, we'll see how that looks going into the next round. So recap is America has 2 anti-aircraft, 1 infantry, 4 mech in Western, 1 destroyer, 2 cruisers in 10, 1 infantry, 1 tank in Central, 1 infantry, 2 artillery, and in Eastern, 4 subs, 1 cruiser in 101. In Brazil, there's a destroyer, 4 infantry and a transport off of Brazil in 90, I can't see that, 86, maybe. Transport 91, tank, artillery, infantry, and fighter in Gibraltar. In London, there's the same as last time, except for 13 infantry, 5 anti-aircraft, 1 mech, 3 fighters, and in 110 there is a destroyer, making his bombardments worthless. In 96, there's a destroyer. In 99, there's a destroyer. In 98, there's a carrier, 2 fighters, 1 destroyer, and 1 cruiser. Egypt has 4 infantry, 2 divers, 1 fighter, 1 artillery, and 1 anti-aircraft. In Kenya, there's tank, mech, and artillery. In Tanganyika, there's 2 infantry. Off the coast there is 2 transports. South Africa, 1 infantry, 1 tank, 1 transport. In 71, in Northwest Territory, 1 infantry. In India, 3 infantry, 2 mech. In Burma, 10 infantry, 2 mech, 3 anti-aircraft. In Shan State, 2 infantry, 1 infantry. In Malaya. All right, let's go with the Pacific. 1 American destroyer in 16. Midway is 3 fighters and 1 bomber. Hawaii has 3 carriers, 1 cruiser, 1 diver, 1 fighter, 1 mech. 1 transport, 1 infantry, 1 artillery. And then in 54 has a British battleship as well as 2 American subs, 2 American destroyers, cruisers, 2 American cruisers, 2 transports, 3 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 battleship, and 1 carrier. And I believe that is Philippines has 2 infantry. Kwangtung has 2 infantry. Chinese have 4 infantry in Yunnan, 2 in Sichuan, 2 in Shanxi, 2 in Shahar, 2 in Suyuan, and 1 Japanese fighter in Xinjiang. And that is the big Allied turn 2. Kraken 36. Out, and bad luck to you, not good luck, in your Italians.